Hey guys and gals, sweet project cars here with cool, trick, and affordable ways.
Julio, tell everybody where all the tools are at and get you right out of the way.
Busca en el show más de la descripción del video para todas las herramientas.
It won't hurt your rubber, so don't worry about that. But the thicker you can put it on. And then the power washer we'll use on straight stream. That'll really blow this stuff out of there. These are a tough pain in the butt rim to do. But when you're all done with them, they look awesome. So I'm not going to waste the video here showing you me doing all this. Just put it on thick and let it set for 10-15 minutes, then power wash it off, or if you don't have a power washer, use your hose and do it away from vehicles. You do not want to get any of this to splatter on your vehicles. And if you get any of this on you, you'll know it because you'll start to feel a little stinging. Just rinse it off. Make sure you wear glasses and stuff. I have safety goggle contacts. I'm just kidding. Alright, so I'm going to do this, and then before I start power washing, I'll let you see it. Alright guys and gals, Sweet Project Cars back here. Here it is. Let me share with you. It's pretty powerful because it's not only taking the paint off, but it's taking the clear off as well. Look at that. And we may, I don't know, it'll be tough, figure out how to, we may polish this outer side of this rim up because that looks like some nice aluminum under there. Polish that up and paint just the inside. So it'll be like a two-tone. We'll see how that looks. So we'll be back. You want to stand back away from it till you get the majority of the stripper off. We may have to hit stripper on the bad areas again, but we'll see how this works. You can see the stream I'm using. Pretty straight stream. There's the clear coming right off. Alright, we're going to have to hit that again, and we're going to do that, but you can see what it's doing already. It's looking already much better. So we're going to put some more on it and come back and hit it again. Now the key is to have another rim soaking in paint stripper while you're doing this one. That's just a little added tip that I wanted to throw in there with it. We're actually going to bead blast this center section and paint it and polish this section here. And I'm going to share with you how to get rid of this corrosion. You can use Scotch-Brite, you can use sandpaper, water, and then buff it out by hand, that kind of thing. You can use your sandpaper, Scotch-Brite. What we found works best if you have it, you can use an electric one, is a little air grinder. This is an angle one. And we use mothers on it, and I'm going to set it up and show you how we do it. These twist on, and you can take this pad off and twist this on. Pretty handy to have around if you're buffing and polishing or grinding on something where you have something you got to get into a small area. Stiff rubber hose, it's a like gasoline line or something like that. Any vacuum line that you can get that meets the radius of this right here. And then you can get right in there. And you can use it on the edge. And if that doesn't get it out of there, then you have to go to a rougher sandpaper. This is a 3M 180 grit. And what we're trying to do is see if we can get it out of there without roughing it up too much, because the more you rough it up, the more buffing and polishing you got to do to get the scratches out of it. We're getting it. So 180 grit will take this really rough stuff out. But I always try to do it with Scotch-Brite first and see if I can get it without that. And I don't use wet sand on this stuff because I use the mothers in there. And the mothers helps me get that stuff going. Now I'm right down where I want to be. So on your corrosion, if it's bad, I always try the simplest part. I try simplest first, then go with the heavier stuff. If I can get it off with simple, you know, just regular Scotch-Brite and some mothers, then great. If not, then we got to bring out the big guns. We bring out the big guns, 180 grit will do ya. I put a little bit on the little buffing pad here. I don't need this now that I mean, I can do it all by hand now, but I'll show you what this does. Now, we didn't do this. Like I said, we're doing this area. Now that's gorgeous. We are preparing the wheel for bead blasting, sandblasting, and as you can see the shine here, we do not want to wreck that. We spent about an hour to get these rims that shiny and clean like that. So now what we're doing is taping these off, and we'll be able to use this over again. So we're making it pretty heavy duty, this paper, and then we're going to bead blast this in here and paint this. If you have none of these tools, you can tape it all off, load it up, take it down to your bead blaster, and have them do it for you. There we go. You can see what we got here. It's cleaning it up real good. It's getting the rest of the clear off, roughing it up real well. We'll get her done. All right, guys and gals, we're back, and the dirty work's done. Thank the good Lord for that one, I'll tell you. We're going to do our normal thing with the lacquer thinner and clean it up. It's already clean. It's not been touched by human hands since I bead blasted it. If you don't have one of these touch-up guns, or even a full-size one, just use rattle cans. And this channel, as you know, is for the beginner. It's for the novice. And we're going to be using good quality primers and stuff like that, but not everybody's got the spray guns. So we're going to use the primer. Get this thing primered, painted, and cleared, so that you guys can see what it looks like. And we're going to leave the paper right on it. Make sure you got your face mask on even though you're outside. I put a light coat on to start with a primer with this because it's got so many cracks and crevices. The better job you do with your primer, the better your paint will look. And the longer it'll stay. Last heavy coat right there. We'll let that dry and we'll come back and paint it up. All right, guys and gals, we're back. We're ready to put some paint on. And if you don't have one of these right here, high volume, low pressure. Okay, if you don't have one of these little buggers right here, then that's okay because you can use rattle cans. We'll let that dry and then we'll come back and I'll put another one on. I won't record that, but I'll do the second heavy coat. Then we're going to come back and clear it. All right, guys, we're back. Time to clear. One heavy coat, then a light coat. All right, we'll do. I'll do another coat. The next time you see it, it'll be here, and we'll unveil it. All right, guys and gals, time to unmask it. Are you ready? Here we go. What do you think? Was it worth all that extra effort and time? Now, I can see a little corrosion right here, here, and here. This was the worst spots out in the sunshine. So I'm going to take some mothers to that and get rid of that. But overall, look at the shine on that thing compared to what it was before. The more you buff and polish that with mothers, the better it'll look. There it is. Looks pretty awesome compared to what it did look like.